Don't blink. It's your blink. Welcome, Culture Show. I guess they're doing well. Having a fantastic day. Woke up about 20 minutes ago. Less than that. Wanted to come on here and do a bit of a intro to the day. Once again, day. Sorry, I will have to do. Day 136 of Project Vendetta. Today's intro is a very positive one, so I'm happy. We had a major issue with the laptop yesterday, so I went to sleep earlier than usual because I was like, dude, it really didn't fuck with me, but I was really tired, love. So yeah, we still have some leftover chips, which is great for today, and some leftover chocolate. We did finish one bar, which was the cookies and cream bar. So I'm going to do something special as an intro today. I'm going to do something that I don't do usually, which is the start of the intro. And by what I'm going to say, you're going to understand what the intro is about. No?
Hello?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Habibi.
How are you?
Okay, Habibi, how are you?
I'm doing good. Mama, I'm not going to take too much of your time because I got a busy day.
Okay, Habibi.
But did you just woke up?
No, Habibi, no.
Okay, because
no.
you sound like...
No. Parce
Good.
que Rose, elle est couchée, c'est pour cela.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm not going to take too much of your
It's okay.
time. But I just want to say thank you for everything.
Maman, il n'y a pas de problème.
I don't know why this morning I woke up, I was grateful. I called the cashier at Maxi, I called my dad, and then I said, oh, maybe I should call my mom.
I love you.
Me too, Mama. Me too. How's everything? Everything is good?
Yeah, I'm going to come back home. That's it.
3 or 4?
March the 3rd, I'm going to arrive. I'm going to call.
Oh, you arrive at the 3rd, okay, because it's a fucking long way to come back.
Yeah, c'est ça. Mais Stéphane, tu vas checker ton...
Don't worry about it, Mama. Everything is okay. I just wanted to say that I was grateful for you.
Mama, how is the weather, Habibi?
C'est caca.
C'est caca, hein?
But you know what? You're going to wait one more week and you're going to see how it is yourself. And then you're going to come in, you're going to stay 2 days in here. And you say, fuck, this weather shit I miss in Egypt.
Stéphane, il fait tellement... Il n'y a pas une journée, Stéphane, ça a fait moi le paix.
Hein?
La salle à faire, ils ont beaucoup de sable, tu sais, c'est... il y a comme des tempêtes de sable.
Yep.
Oui, mais...
I pray for you, Mom.
Okay, Habib, Mama, I love you very much. Okay?
Me too. But just focus on being happy. Just focus on being yourself. I would love to talk more, but I have a busy day.
Okay, Habib.
Mama?
Thank you so much for calling. Yeah, Habib.
Best bossa? Nah, you real one. Come on. You can do better than that.
Okay.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
Thank you so much. And when you come back, what we're going to do is you're going to take a couple of days to get back, to relax, and then I'll see you.
Okay, Habib.
Ça te va, ça, Maman? C'est correct, ça?
Okay, Habib, Mama.
Bye, Mama. Have a nice day.
Thank you for calling. Mama.
Of course. I love you, Mom. Of course.
Okay, Habib, Mama.
Bye, Habibti.
Bye, Habibi. Bye.
I love talking to my mom, but it's not that I don't want to talk to her. I love talking to my mom, but I have to talk to my mom like once a week, twice a week max, because it's a 40 minutes of just her asking questions and I'll talk about herself, so I feel very selfish when I talk to her. And then the second call, Oui, pas, ça va bien?
Oui, toi,
Oui, qu'est-ce que c'est bon?
je suis en train de nettoyer le plancher de la salle de bain.
Ok, ben, gars, je te dérangerai pas longtemps. Je t'appelle juste pour te remercier, toi, puis Nat.
Pourquoi?
Ben, en général, j'apprécie ce que vous faites pour moi, j'ai fait beaucoup pour moi, puis j'apprécie.
Regarde, on n'en a pas 25, on en a 12 ans.
Une maudite chance, hein? Mais non, mais sérieusement, je veux juste te remercier parce que tu fais beaucoup pour moi, puis j'apprécie.
Bon, il y a pas
Puis c'est important de dire aux personnes qui font des bonnes choses, qui font des bonnes choses.
Ouais.
C'est bon?
Ben, oui.
Fait que, passe une belle journée. Prends soin de toi, mon homme, puis on se voit en fin de semaine pour bruncher, puis tout.
Parce on check ça parce que nous autres, demain, on s'en va à Saint-Céleste.
Tabarnouche. Qu'est-ce que vous allez faire là-bas?
Bon, ben, c'est une amie à Nat
Hein?
qui a travaillé avec, qui ont emménagé là-bas.
C'est pas José? Non, c'est pas. Comment s'appelle la fille avec qui on a travaillé? C'est qui? Comment s'appelle elle? Sandra?
Ça devrait, non, non.
C'est pas elle? Ok. Bon, ben, regarde, profitez, puis tu me laisses savoir.
Ouais.
C'est bon?
C'est environ, c'est quasiment à 2 heures de route d'ici.
Ben, faut que. Si c'est 2 heures de route, faut que ça vaille la peine.
Non, non, 2 heures.
Mais c'est ce que j'ai dit.
OK.
Faut que ça vaille la peine. Fait que si tu peux pas profiter, 2 heures, ça vaut la peine, là. C'est 2 heures aller, 2 heures retour. Fait que oublie ça, là.
Oh, oui.
Faut que ça vaille la peine.
Fait qu'on va voir un autre coin de pays car on n'a pas le temps. Moi, j'avais jamais été là.
Ben, je sais même pas que ça existe.
Ben, c'est la première fois que Nat m'a dit le nom de
Le Saint-Céleste.
ce village-là parce que ce sont juste 900 personnes qui habitent là.
Ah.
Fait que c'est comme un petit village, là.
Ben, on parle plus. Ben, on parle un très petit village.
Je pense que lui, il vient de par là un peu, je pense. C'est pour ça qu'il
Ouais, qu'est-ce qui arrive là? Qu'est-ce qui arrive là? C'est qu'il y a beaucoup de gens. Puis ça, c'est vraiment une traîne maintenant, là. C'est vraiment quelque chose qu'on remarque, là. Mais beaucoup de gens, qu'est-ce qu'ils font? C'est qu'ils vont faire leur vie en ville. Mais qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire après? Est-ce qu'ils vont retourner dans leur petit coin de pays
Ouais.
pour la retraite?
Ouais.
C'est sûrement ça. En passant, j'ai une appelée de main.
Oui.
Elle revient le 3.
Oui, mais c'est ça que tu m'avais dit hier.
Ouais, mais elle arrive le 3, pas elle revient. Parce que tu sais que c'est quand même un 16 heures, hein? Avec les transferts. C'est à maudit. Là, avec on se voit le catch, il dit non, mais regarde, ça va prendre 2-3 jours pour te relaxer, pour défaire tes valises, parce que.
Ah, mais parce que le décalage horaire, il est là, ça va prendre des grosses semaines avec.
Ben, c'est quand même 7 heures, hein?
Ouais, c'est ça.
Quand c'est à 2-3 heures, tu dis rien, mais quand c'est 7 heures.
Ça compris.
En plus, je viens d'appeler maintenant, j'ai appelé avant toi. Puis elle chuchote parce que son amie, elle dormait. Je dis, Seigneur, j'ai dit, il est 5 heures du soir, qu'est-ce que ça fait qu'elle dort?
OK.
Puis elle m'a dit, non, mais c'est une vieille personne, fait que elle dort beaucoup.
Ben, ça doit être sa tante.
Ouais.
Ça doit être la sœur à.
Sa mère.
Ça doit être sa sœur à son père.
Ah, ok.
Son père, mais. Je sais pas si elle était proche de lui.
Mais là, j'ai pas osé te poser trop de questions parce que là, elle se fait chier là-bas. Fait que le moins que je demande, le mieux c'est. Tu sais. On en parlera quand t'es ici parce que pour l'instant, ça a pas l'air d'être fameux.
OK, c'est bon.
Apparemment, ils ont beaucoup de tempêtes de sable, hein?
Les tempêtes, là, ben, il y a pas c'est ça, ils ont plein de désert.
Ouais. Ah, c'est spécial, hein?
Ah, bon, ben, c'est spécial. Ils n'ont pas de tempête de neige, mais les tempêtes du sable, des fois.
Ouais, mais sincèrement, moi, je vais en prendre une tempête de neige, là. Ça va durer 4 mois, là, versus tempête de sable à l'année. Non, merci. Qu'est-ce que tu veux, toi? Tu veux des tempêtes de neige ou tu veux des tempêtes de sable à l'année longue?
Non, pas à l'année, je pense pas que ce soit à l'année.
Ah, fait qu'il doit y avoir des saisons?
Je sais pas, j'ai jamais. C'est sûr qu'ils ont des saisons plus favorables à ça, là.
Ouais, mais c'est comme la saison de pluie, des choses comme ça.
Ouais.
Ah, c'est comme ça. Ok. Bon, ben, garde. Je vais t'essayer de laver ton plancher, puis on s'en reparle, ok?
Ouais.
C'est bon?
C'est bon.
Bye.
OK, bye.
Yeah, so today, the subject of the intro is just being thankful. It's just being thankful. This what I'm going to say is going to sound like such an asshole thing to say because it's possibly not the best worded way, But lately my life has been fulfilling, very very fulfilling. Talk about success. It's been 2 days in a row, and again, this is gonna sound so freaking bad because it does. It's not. I hope it doesn't feel like I'm not grateful, because I am. Don't get me wrong, but it's been 2 days in a row, and of course we're gonna talk about this today, and tonight is gonna change, but still. That I'm getting people that I've been following or have been following me for a while. I get literal friends in my TikTok live yesterday. It's grateful, but also a success this morning. Yesterday, I received a message. I'm going to read it for you. I'm not going to name the name. I'm not going to give you personal information because that's private. Oh my God! Yesterday, you won't believe what happened. You won't believe what happened. Yesterday, dude. There's a person that comes to life. I'm not going to name who. And they're flirting. And very, very flirtatious. Which I don't mind. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, dude. And then they come in. And the night they want to talk in a sexual fashion. Which, again, I don't have any problem with that. It's all good. And then they want to trade picture. And I just got blackmailed like a month ago. So I'm like, okay, well, I need you to send me first, because just to put me in ease, right? I know what they look like, so it's a sign of you're real. It's a sign of this is not a trolling. This is not a situation. And they're telling me like, oh, I'm a dude, right? I'm like, oh my fucking God, you're joking me. So yeah, so pretty embarrassing. Not embarrassing because it's a dude and a dude. Embarrassing because I saw the picture and I didn't even realize it was a dude. Which at 33 years old, you should know. But anyway. So yeah, so I'm going to read a message. Right? I'm going to give you too much information because it's private, but still. So we had a message yesterday. I almost fucking cried, bro. Hi, Ink. My best friend, birthday is on Sunday. I'm not going to say the name. And I'm trying to do something really special for her. She's generally your biggest fan. She watches your video all the time, and they are always out of your day. The past few years haven't been easy for her. She's gone through some really hard moments, but your videos would always be the light of her day. No matter how she was feeling, you could always make her smile and remind her to keep going. If you could film a short video wishing her a happy birthday, it would honestly make her whole year. It would mean everything to her. Thank you so much for being such a light in her life. And it's kind of crazy because I'm myself. Like, a lot of people we're going to do content where they do something specific, they're going to do something special. I'm just being myself. We're just yapping and just chilling and just talking with each other, right? So it doesn't feel like it's special, but then you receive a message like that. Like, holy crap, this is kind of insane because, again, it's such a nice message to receive. It's such a meaningful message to receive, And I don't know, it's just... And, I was talking about yesterday, I had a guy that came in, in a year, said that he was going through some shit, but he still kept watching my content, because it was a social comfort, Today, he's talking about grateful, because I got a great community, right? It might not be the biggest, it might be small, but I am grateful. I am grateful for what I have, and I'll never say how grateful I am. I never will say that, hey, this is how grateful I am, because I don't know, there's so much that you have that it doesn't seem like now I'm gonna have the fucked up that I need to, because this phone is very hot. It's gonna close. I'm not having a problem with the phone, which is not a big deal. I mean, listen, you have 7 tablets. You have 6 phone tablets. It's bound to be having some problem once in a while, right? It's okay. So, all in all, this was the very first, but then I think it made me open-minded for accepting the beauty of life, accepting the chances that I have, the small but very meaningful happy moments that I have. I'm not saying that I'm sad. I'm not saying that I'm not doing well. I'm just saying, like, yo, you have to appreciate the small things, right? And it's not necessarily a hard thing to to understand, but it's still something that you have to understand, right? Oh, I forgot to take a note. Because I have an idea for another playthrough of the tower. Maybe a French playthrough. So over the years, I'm going to be learning language, and this is going to be all again. I'll turn to friends to playthrough with tax return money. Econ for Avi. French. Really sell you being in love with tower gaming normal. French it is, but later Japanese, and so much more. Also, put the game language in French. Good. Yeah, so there you go. Because this is the idea that I had this morning. Now I'm going to see if it's possible. Language. French. Langue. English, yeah. Got it. Portuguese, Spanish, French, Italiano. Good. Very good. Nice. So yeah, so just being grateful, I had talks, and it's kind of crazy because, yesterday was a harder day because I was doing a project which is demanding a lot of my attention, and getting interrupted 2 days ago, and it's not really pissed because it's so complex, but yesterday I'm more awake than I'm usually, so I'm a bit more vocal than I usually am, which is a good thing, I guess. It's also much later because today was. Anyway, there was no sunrise, so I got to sleep later on. And yeah, so like I was saying, 2 days ago we had a tournament. I cannot do it because I'm talking to people, and I'm getting ready, but they need attention. And the second the tournament come, and the second that I'm late, people leave. So I'm like, oh. And then yesterday we were doing Dr. Stone, and it's the same thing. And you gotta be grateful. And then even then, you see people that are coming into your life, friends. They're coming in because there's a lot of people in your life, so it's a bit of caca. But at the same time, hey, it is what it is, and you gotta be grateful for what you have, right? I think this is something that we forget to do. I think it's something we forget to do every single day. It's important to be grateful in life, and there's no such thing as there's such a thing as being ungrateful, but there's never such a thing as being too grateful. So again, something kind of cool, right? Kind of cool. What else? Honestly, that's pretty much it. Honestly, it's so complex because it's hard to talk about being grateful. It's hard to be like, this is what I appreciate, because you don't appreciate something until it happens, right? It's like this person say, hey, in 4 weeks I'm gonna do something for you. You're gonna be grateful. Like, okay, well, the thought is nice, but I don't know if I'm more cynical or something like that, but that's just the way it is. But at the same time, for success, I think that for success, it's such a weird thing, because a lot of people are going to see numbers, going to be liking, comments, and subscriber, and be like, okay, well, you're successful or you're not successful, but it's more than that. It's I was told, like, oh, your problem is you provide, you think that quantity beats quality, but it's the other way around. And I don't know, because I mean, I have the biggest community, but the one I have is amazing, and I'm extremely grateful for it, and I'm extremely grateful about what people do on a daily for me, and they don't have to do it, but they choose to do it, so I'm really grateful for that. I talked to my mom, I talked to my dad, because although they haven't done anything for me, like, especially today, because you could say, okay, well, what happened today? Why is he so grateful today? In general, it's the last month, it's the last year, the last 3 years of my life, and yes, the relationship with my parents, both of them, I haven't always been on top. I haven't always been the best, but it's something where it's improving, right? It's improving on a regular basic, which I'm again super grateful for. And it's a shame because you don't really understand just how good you have it until it's gone. So it's important to really talk about success. And this is gonna sound like crazy, but talking about success is also a case of, hey, I got great parents, and that is sort of a success because I could have had shitty parents. There's a ton of shitty parents. I was watching yesterday some drama, and the drama was because the guy was being made fun of because imagine being such a shitty son that your own father beats you up. And when I say beat up, it's not shlack, it's not discipline. It's a physical fight. And they were making fun of the guy for that. And I'm like, dude, yes, maybe the guy is an asshole. Maybe the guy's an asshole. Right? Most likely the guy's an asshole. When I say most likely, I don't know him much, but what I saw, the guy's a douche. Okay? However, does it justify being happy that his father beat him up? No. I could spit in my father's face. He'd be pissed off, but he would never fight with me because we're family. It's just something that's like that. And the better thing with my family is, when I talk about my family, I don't have brothers and sisters, so it's mostly me and my parents. But whenever we fight, there is a desire. My father yesterday was talking about. No, 2 days ago, he told me, I wrote a letter for your landlord. And I told the story before. I wrote a note for your landlord about things that I want to fix in the apartment. And I'm like, dude, don't poke the bear. The situation is good right now. Let's leave it good. And then he wrote me the note. They made me read the note. Made me read the note. And it was like, if you want to add something, if you think it's good, tell me. And I was like, yeah, Dad, it's okay. It's good. He said, you're not being unreasonable. And he's basically saying that the cracks that we have on the roof, which is these, were there before I came in the apartment. The upstairs neighbor had water damage on my roof. That's not me. Because when I had the inspection, they're like, oh, you took a broom. Swear to God. Oh, you took a broom and you hit because they were noisy. This is why it creates a crack. Like, are you stupid? So you see my window here. You see the window here? There's nothing there. You can actually sit on the window ledge and have some fun, but not some fun. What the fuck is that? You can sit on it and just chill, but it's there's nothing there, and there's the brick wall, because the brick wall, which is an older house, is cracked. So we don't have water damage because I live at the 4th floor, but there's still some cracks in the door and the wall, sorry. And when it's really cold outside, there's cold air. So if you look, cold air. If you look inside, all my walls, they're kind of caved out or kind of caved in because, again, it's the problem that my friend Carl, fucking love you, Carl. My friend Carl had such a problem. He bought a house, and they fucked him over because they made him buy it for cheap, but then he had to put $80,000 the first year because what happened was he had cracks on the wall in the basement, and what happened was those cracks, when it came for winter, the ice came in, and then he woke up one morning and he had a flood. It was a huge flood. Remember, you guys? I don't know if you're not in Montreal, you don't remember, but we had a huge flood about 3 years ago. This is when I started playing the tower, by the way. This is crazy because we started playing the tower, which is the game we're playing, because of that flood. We didn't have Wi-Fi, we didn't have electricity for 3 days. And we decided to play the tower because it was a good game. And that's pretty much it. That's the story. And when he had the flooding, the water got into his house. It was terrible because no matter how much he cleaned, he still ended up having some black mold. And that's toxic, so you had to go in, and again, this is a good story because you have to go in, buy a fucking electric shovel, which is, again, the machine where you're in a cage and you do like this, and then the cage, the shovel goes in, dig some dirt and leave it there. And he called his father, he's like, Dad, can you help me? His father helped him, I'm grateful, and it does seem like it's more family oriented, but you guys are as nice. I was talking with Kate yesterday, and she's talking about how she's not doing well, and and we're just talking. It was nice. I made fun of her for eating a Radisson or taco. Raditz. Not Raditz, the Dragon Ball character. But it was all love. It was all teasy weasy. You know. It's complex. It's very complex. It's very complex because of the nature of things. Like you're a normal person, and good thing happens. And again, everything that I described today isn't out of the ordinary. It's not like an act of God, an act of kindness, which I believe in God, but still, it's just normal kindness for every single day. That message yesterday meant the world to me, you know. And the people that I have in my chat are really, they're really kind. I had a guy come in yesterday. And the first thing he said, which is also the last thing, is, I got banned from TikTok. I'm like, okay. And he came in with his problem, and he needed to vent. And usually, I'm like, dude, that's not the move. First of all, second of all, what am I supposed to do, right? What can I do for you? But then, you do realize that this is life itself. This is life itself. It's about people being kind to you, you being kind to people. Cycle life, right? Cycle life isn't birth and death. It's how you treat your neighbors, because how you treat your neighbors is how they treat their neighbors, and how they treat you. They treat their neighbors is how everybody treat each other. So it becomes important, and that's pretty much it. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the video here. I don't have a lot to say. It's just, you know, it's hard to express gratitude with more than a thank you. It's hard to yeah, thank you should be more than enough, but at the same time, you can be grateful for certain things, but and other people do things for you, and you're not grateful because you see it as normal, but for them it's something big, and it's like, why is he not grateful? He's an asshole, you know? And it's hard to say more than a thank you, because it's supposed to be something that's natural. Like kindness towards towards your friends is normal, and I spent so many years of my life alone, by choice, of course. My apologies. And ultimately speaking, I needed to avoid a lot of the bullshit, but I also avoid a lot of the good things, you know. And then it's the same thing, and life teaches you lesson in weird ways. I just thought about Carl, we had a huge problem because he was a really good friend, and I didn't know how to be a good friend. My ex, Leia, the love of my life, she was a great girlfriend. I didn't know how to be a good boyfriend because I had never been a boyfriend. She was my first girlfriend. So I treated these people poorly because I didn't know better. And, you know, it sucked because simply with content creation, right? People are going to say, like, yo, you deserve the good people in your life. And, like, no. Because they need to make an effort. And it's the world itself is crazy, because I was watching a video from Penguin Zio. And I haven't watched Penguin Zio in a while, because, again, I'm more focused on creating content than watching content, if that makes sense. And Penguin Zio had a comment in his section that was kind of saying, "No, dude, this guy's the fucking most boring person, most boring content creator ever." And I saw the next comments, and there was a lot of comments that was negative towards him. And I'm like, dude, I thought this guy was liked, right? Well, people turn on you. See, and this is the crazy part, because this is why the friendship that you make on here, the family bond that you make in real life, this is why. I mean, you realize that, how can I put this? And that's gonna sound so fucking rude, but you realize that you have your family, right? And there's a lot of people, and again, I'm not saying that this is the case for me, but a lot of people, man or woman, they're having kids because, you know, that's if somebody, you know, was to be nice to them, it would be their kid. If somebody's gonna betray them, it's gonna be their kids. Family is a powerful state, right? And when your family is getting too old, get a family on your own, right? It's tough. It's another thing. Yeah, so enough with the long video, enough with the boring speech. I love you guys. I really do. Take it easy. Peace.